At any moment, a change in pick is going to change the tone of your guitar. Welcome back to 2 Minute Tech. I'm Rob Magargal with Taylor Guitars, a Service Network Manager. Of course, we've been talking about tips and tricks and things for your guitar on how to keep it playing and feeling good. Today is something that I'm really excited for because it is something that is thoroughly overlooked, and we're going to talk about guitar picks. Guitar picks are just as important as the strings and just as important as the guitar. At any moment, a change in pick is going to change the tone of your guitar. As well, choosing the right pick gives your guitar the best tone. And what I mean by that is a pick that's too thin, it's going to be super bright, and that pick can actually be a string breaker as well. And I'm going to demonstrate that here shortly. But then, of course, then you have the nice thicker picks, and they're going to give you a richer tone. So let's get into that, and let's demonstrate how this works because we have the different materials. Let's start with the thin pick. Now, this is your standard thin pick. 46 is the size. You can say 46 to 60 is what we're talking about. And this one is very flexible. And if we listen to this beautiful 717 here with this thin pick, it's just kind of slappy and chimey. And what happens with that is because it is so thin, it just doesn't have the body behind it to help it. And what it'll also do is people will use this and think, well, I need to strum harder and get more volume. And what happens is it doesn't recoil fast enough, and you'll end up hitting the string with your finger, and you'll end up breaking strings. So these super thin picks, it could be cool for a percussive tone, things along that nature, but I wouldn't use it as my main pick. Moving to the next, more of a medium celluloid. Not bad, it has a good tone, still a little bit bright, but you'll notice it's quite stiff. This is like a 74. So what we're gonna have here, listen to the volume out of the guitar. Still nice and bright, but still has a little bit of depth to it. And this is a decent all-around pick. My choices though are as we move up forward, and these are definite choices that I use for my guitars. And what this one is, it's Ivory. And this gives me a little bit warmer tone, but at the same time, a little bit of brightness. So listen to this. Do you hear that difference? The feel on my finger is also really good using the Ivory. Now, it's a very versatile guitar pick. Now, if you're thinking depth and body of the note, then these next two picks are going to be absolutely a necessity for you. And this is what we call a Thermax, all right? And this is a little bit bigger pick, but you could also get it in the standard size. Listen to the depth of this note. It's smooth. It has that clean bottom end and a very, powerful treble, is the way I like to say it. So this guitar has changed 4 different tones, same string, same guitar, using different picks. Now, my favorite, I actually like this. And these are the Thermax tiny ones. And this is the jazz style pick, and it's more in the traditional tortoiseshell pattern. Little bit more bottom end than the last pick, but either one of them to my ear are very pleasant. Now, it's up to you because it's your guitar, it's your feel, it's your strumming patterns for the pick that you should use. However, my suggestion, this thin pick, unless you're trying to have something percussive for recordings, things along that line, this is not a pick I would suggest as your main guitar pick. From the things we mentioned before, string breaking pick because they are so thin, they get rough, they don't recoil fast enough when you're strumming hard, and your finger ends up breaking the string. Standard celluloid, typical pick that everyone's used to, decent choice, easy to have, easy to store, very inexpensive pick. But as we move up forward, I'm saying the Thermax, the Ivory, and the Thermax picks These are the ones, to me, these sound the best, they feel the best. But once again, it's up to you. I don't want to sway you. Go get some picks and try them yourself, but you might be surprised in the tone of your guitar. So, picks, there's more to it than you realize. All right? So I'm Rob Magargal, this is 2 Minute Tech, and I'll see you on the next one.